Okay, who wants to get us underway? Dan?
Liam, no Cole Palmer today, but they love Steve-O. And now you just talk us through, when you're in a difficult game like that and a moment comes, you're an 18-year-old kid and you do that. What does that say about him and his...
I think it says what we already know. He's a player with special ability, special talent. He's been ill, and every time he's been on the pitch so far with me, I think he's been outstanding. But I feel if you watch that goal, what makes me so happy is all 11 men are back behind the ball. That's why he gets the space. I don't want to talk too much about individuals. I thought it was a top team performance away from home from João Pedro pressing, Pedro Neto and Esteval from the front, the two midfield players, Andre Santos tactically, and then the defenders had to defend really, really well against the presence of Mateta. So yeah, Esteval, so happy with him, but so happy with the whole team.
Yep.
First of all, congratulations on a really good performance. There was a nice moment there towards the end of the game where you went over to the Chelsea fans and you were serenaded towards the end. Are you starting to feel a bit of a connection with them now?
I hope so. I'm very happy to be here. It's a fantastic club with fantastic support. As I said, it's two-way. I have to earn that. I'm aware of that. For not just me, my staff, the players, the team, in our performances, and I hope over time they'll see that something good may happen here. But in the reason I get that today was the hard work of everyone on the training pitch, the hard work of the players on the pitch. It's not about me, and hopefully I can, myself and the staff and the players, make them really happy in days to come.
You say it's a two-way thing. We've now won 4 out of your first 5 games. You're starting to feel like the players are understanding exactly what you want from them.
I think today was a huge test. I changed the shape. It's hard to explain. It's like a semi-4, semi-5 at the back with Andre in between. For them to go and put on, for a tactical point of view, the performance that they did in 2 days, it makes me very pleased, because pretty much 95% of the press and 95% of the positioning was absolutely perfect. So they're engaged. I think they're believing in what they're doing, but it's one game. We have to make sure that we're consistent in every game we play.
Nizar?
Liam, you say it's one game where it's 4 wins in 5 now for you, and it's 2 wins back-to-back, first time since November for Chelsea. So are you relieved that it's gone so well? Because I guess in another circumstance it might not have gone that well.
Ifs and buts. I can't talk about what hasn't happened. I'm focused on the next game. I keep saying it, you can't get carried away, and there's still things that we really need to correct quickly. So I think it's a foul, the goal that we can see, but it's another goal from a set play. I was not happy with our last 10 minutes. I felt we should have gone on to dominate the game further in that moment, but I'm not thinking about being relieved or how I'm feeling. I'm just focused on the job. That's really, really important, and we got another huge game on Wednesday.
Peter?
Can I just ask about Andre Santos? It looked like he was landmarking very nicely and dropping into the 3 basically at the back. I think we saw Wesley for 5 was the job on last night regard. Are you happy that, firstly about Andre that he's able to pick that up, but then just generally the players are adapting to this?
Yeah, amazing. I'm lucky with Andre because he's done it for me before. He's done that same position against Marseille and PSG last year. But for the other players to take on board the information, that's a different shape. They've never played that shape before. I thought the front 3 were magnificent in their understanding and the angles of press. I felt Enzo and Moy in midfield. The beauty of having Andre there allowed Moy to stay in the middle of the pitch where I love him to be, and him and Enzo were top. I'm very happy because they put into practice what we asked of them on a training pitch, and that's a really good sign.
The inverse of that, but on the ball, the first goal comes from, the first chance on the first goal, it comes from a turnover and playing out. That's just going to take more time.
It's going to take time. Football's a game of mistakes. It's going to take time. Some of our play, especially in the second half, was magnificent through the lines, and our understanding of the build will improve because with the repetition. But like I say, we want to improve, but we want to win now, and that has to be the focus on Wednesday.
Congratulations, very good. You spoke previously about trying to look after Esteban, trying to protect him. I'm just interested in what sort of ways you as the head coach and the club are trying to do that.
I think there's many aspects. Firstly, off the pitch, I know his family are here with him. I know the club have worked really, really hard for him to settle. I also know that Andre Santos and João Pedro have helped him especially settle into this country. In terms of on the pitch, with an 18-year-old with a talent like his, you have to manage his minutes. You have to manage the games that you think are the right moments for him to have an impact. and I'll keep doing that because I want him to have an outstanding season, but I want him to have an outstanding career as well.
We'll finish with a question at the back.
You mentioned there the second half play. I saw the second goal and the move penalty in particular was very quick, speed was great.
Yeah.
And passing. Is that a style trying to implement in this team? Is that the first limiting improvement we've seen?
No. This team played great football before me. They played similar passages of play before me. I'd like to see that type of football. I like to see combination play. I thought that the 2 goals were great team goals. I like to see a change of speed, but I also like intensity and hard work. And I was really, really pleased with those aspects. It's not about it being my team, a Liam Rosenior team. It's about being a winning team. And I was really, really happy with the performance today.
Okay, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Hello everyone.
Okay, who'd like to start?
After a game like that, especially for the young French defender Canvo, what do you say to a guy after a game like that?
Oh, we will lift him. We will support him. It's the only way. You don't need somebody when you score a hat trick, because then you have everyone, and it's now to support him and lift him, and that's what we will do.
And overall, I mean, in the first half, until they scored, you probably played the better football. And how much do you look back to that chance for Mateta so early and think how different it could have been?
Yes, I have to say thank you that you are, I think, the second or third one who mentions this, because otherwise it looks always like an excuse, and I think it's not the right moment to excuse something if you are winless for 11 games. Yeah, but I felt the same. I think we played a really good first half. It's just right now, but that's the most important part in football, to be ruthless and take your chances, and on the other side, don't make mistakes and giving the opposition easy chances, because they are all good. Yeah, and that's what we right now. And then we are 1-0 down, and we made the second mistake, not just one. There were really 2 or 3 mistakes in a row, and after 49 minutes you are 2-0 down, where you feel you play good football, you are in the game, and then we could see that the nerves are not really strong right now. It's completely normal. But on the other side, what I was really pleased with and gives me a lot of confidence for the next weeks is the reaction after being 3-0 down and conceding a red card. It can happen that you lose 5 or 6-0. I think everybody of us has seen this in football, but the players really were in the game, made pressure, created chances, scored a goal, and everybody had the feeling. So in the 92nd minute, so if we score now another one, it could be a draw. And this reaction from the players gives me a lot of confidence, because I have seen many good things, but it's pretty clear we have to reduce the mistakes we make that leads to goals, and yes, we have to be more ruthless in taking our chances.
Dom.
Hi Oliver. I know you had chances today, but it's quite a difficult period for the club at the moment in this last run. You're leaving in the summer. Your captain Mark Gay has already left. Your striker's got an uncertain future, and I think there were a few boos at Mateta at full time today. For Crystal Palace fans, it's surely quite a difficult time to be optimistic about the future of the club at the moment, isn't it?
No, I don't think so. It's on the, and I don't know when we were speaking about it. Maybe after the FA Cup or something. I said I try not to be on the same waves, all the highs and all the downs in the same way, because then you get mad in football. And so after winning the FA Cup, I didn't think that we win the Premier League and win everything in the world. On the other side, now I think we won't lose all the games. So it's a little bit in between. I think, have we been as good to not lose 19 games, having a 19 games unbeaten run? I don't know. Are we as bad to have a 11 winless run? I don't think so. The performances were better, and when we were 19 games unbeaten, I think the performances were not so good that we have to be unbeaten. So the truth is somewhere in between, and I think this is important also for our fans to be realistic. The club is in an, how you say, when change, yeah. In transition, yeah, it is. Yes, when you, again, it's now. When I arrived, now where 4 starters have gone, and it's not to blame anybody for this. That's I think that's, and you know Crystal Palace longer than I do. That's a little bit. It's Crystal Palace. It's for clubs like we are. It's normal. And then in a transition phase, there are some tough moments, and yes, it is. It's a tough period for everyone. But I think what characterized Crystal Palace and characterized our fans is that they always stick together and support each other, and that's why, you know, I think it's important never to forget what JP has brought to this club in the last years. Yeah, I think he's still the number 4 or 5 scorer in the Premier League since I arrived. Yeah, and when I've seen his effort, you know, how many infights he had with Trevor Chalobah and how many he won, to be honest, I think then it would be unfair to blame him for something and boo at him. I think now is a moment, that's what I said about JD, is a moment to support. Yeah, because now, and I told this quite often, you know, 19 games unbeaten, nice, you know, it's nice here to talk and easy, and so, but now it's to support each other, yeah? Supporting the players, showing them, and that's why I am talking that positively today is the last 15-20 minutes. They deserve it, you know. If they had let the club and the fans down, maybe it would be a right direction. But when I see this reaction, I think everybody saw the effort, you know. And I said to my staff on the bench, it's incredible. It's incredible, the effort. I was a player for 19 years. Yeah, I lost sometimes 5-6-0 because it was completely the opposite. It's incredible what they are doing. Yes, are we playing on our top level? No, we don't. Can we do things better? We can, and we will. I think it was, especially first half, maybe one of our better performances for weeks and months now. And I also think now with that we will play better and better. But, and that's fact, we have to be more efficient in front of the goal, and we have to reduce the mistakes that can lead to chances.
Just on the game itself, I mean, you mentioned the chances that you had, and obviously you scored late on. Do you think that you deserve to get anything out of the game, a point, or do you think that with the chances Chelsea had and with the individual mistakes that your team made, maybe this time you didn't deserve to win? What do you think?
Makes no sense talking about it because we lost, but and for me there were 3 parts in the game until the second goal, and then I don't know, 15-20 minutes, yeah, we lost a lot with the second. No, we lost a little bit the belief, and after the third goal, conceding the third goal, for me it was more like so now I don't care, and we just played free. Yeah, and this will be the message, you know, play free. I know it's easy to say, not so easy to do, but I think that's the only solution to see everybody in his best shape again.
Hi Oliver, are you worried? Are you frustrated with the red card from Adam Watson, 2 yellows in 6 minutes?
This is the same for me now. It's I could now easily blame the referee for a few decisions. I think yes, Caicedo had two fouls in the first half. He just conceded one yellow. Adam had 2 fouls. He conceded 2. I've watched back the penalty. It was first on JD's hip. We were briefed before the season, if the ball touches the body first and then goes to the hand, it's no hand. I've seen that Pedro Neto stamped on Ismail Assar's VAR has to intervene. It's a clear, how you say, when somebody insults you? No, no, it's the foul. You know, if somebody jumps and then stamps you, you know, yeah, could have been, should have been a red card. But to be honest, for me, it feels wrong to blame the referee for our defeat, because the referee won't help us in the future, and it's good that he's neutral. So the only one who can help us are we, and that's why I think it's important to talk about us.
Could I just ask one more? Are you worried about relegation? You're only 8 points above the relegation zone. The teams behind you are now picking up points as well. So that 11-game winless run, if it continues, is a problem, right?
Definitely, if this continues, it's a problem. But for every team, yeah. So if you don't win the next 15 games, it's for every team in the league. I still think that the points to the European places are less than to the relegation zone. But yes, if you would be in the same, last year we were in the same situation after a terrible start, I think more or less in the same, but we had a positive mood around the club, and we were more looking upward than backward. Yeah? And now it's the opposite. I understand all these questions, but for me is again, like always, staying positive, because otherwise we can't create this mood that's needed to get the win.
Oliver, just one from me. Did you mentioned those mistakes towards the goals? Did today show how much you miss Mark Gahey, and is that something that you're looking to reinforce before the end of the window?
Again, Mark played for City yesterday, and that's why it makes no sense talking about him anymore. He's no Crystal Palace player. I think you know it again better than me, how well he has done for Palace in 5 years or something like this. That he's an amazing player, but makes no sense. It's now talking about the players we have, and then yes, it's not to criticize. You can see it is everywhere. You know, it's part of a development. Yeah, hurts, but it's time to support.
But do you think that is an area now that you would like to reinforce before the end of the window?
Yeah, we talked about it in summer. We kept Mark. We talked about it in autumn. We sold him now with 1 week to go, and as I mentioned, the club is working hard. It's not that you get every single player you want. You can't afford every single player you want. It's picking the right one, finding the right one who is available. So it's a challenging situation, but the club is doing its best.
Okay, you pass the mark down, please. Thank you. Bobby.
Hi Oliver, you mentioned the importance of the fans needing to stick together. At Sunderland last week, you were booed by the Palace fans. Today, Mateta was booed by the Palace fans. How concerned are you that this could become a theme?
I don't think so. Again, it's everybody can show his emotions. I think nobody is really pleased with the results. On the other side, I'm a person who never forgets where he's coming from. I think it's important also for every Crystal Palace, not just support everyone. It's important to never forget where Crystal Palace is coming from, and then I don't see any issues.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.